I'm Joanne from Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy.
Welcome back.
Yes.
So, how's your week?
Long.
Is it? Oh, mine's going by so quick.
Well, I think the school days are long.
Okay.
Kids aren't real focused right now. Okay.
Yeah.
It was interesting because in this virtual world, I didn't know if that would happen or not.
Uh-huh.
It did.
Okay. Yeah. So, how many days of school you have left
2.
now? 2 days. Okay.
2, Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And, you know, they're going to be fun days. I mean, when you have the kids with you for half-hour segments, you know, you come up with something fun to do and that stuff.
Yeah.
We did the last of our important things academically we needed to finish. We finished one of them Friday, and the kids are finishing up one that was part of their homework, if you will. So, yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have things planned for next week, but we'll see what goes.
Yeah. But they'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I plan on doing a lot of Christmas gift knitting yet.
I've done that, you know.
I kind of am enjoying it. I don't feel under pressure. I'm just having fun with it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The big pressure thing I have, though, is Sunday yarn inventory. That's going to be a big thing. And now we're down another person because of COVID. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll get it done.
Yep. So.
But, yeah. Well.
Yeah.
It seems weird doing it so early.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, usually we do it that week in between.
Yeah.
But we're going to be I'm busy every day, 26th to the 30th.
Well, it's like vacation for you then.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yep.
Wow, well, that's good.
Yep.
I'm kind of busy too, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If the old guy has his surgery.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't, well, then I'll be busy chasing my granddaughter anyway. So
Yeah, right.
it'll be a busy week.
Sure.
So it goes by so fast.
Mm-hmm.
But at any rate.
Yeah.
So what'd you get finished this week?
Oh, this quilt here.
Oh my gosh, new background.
So many of you might have seen it already hanging on the back wall of the shop. But now once I decided a recipient, I also decided I wanted it bigger. So I added another column on the side and 4 more rows to the bottom to make it bigger. So it's bigger and it's quilted and bound and ready to give away.
It's amazing. So realistically, between this one, this month, you've had, I think it's 3?
3 quilts I finished up. I think I finished Becky's in November. And then, yeah.
Wow.
And then these other 2 in December.
That's just amazing.
So that was my first thing finished.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I have to admit. I will miss this one hanging on the back wall, though.
Yeah, it was so impactful back there.
Yes, very striking.
Yeah, so.
I had an interesting thought since we're talking about quilting.
What is that?
I love the one you've got in the window right now with the Christmas trees on it.
Right.
Was that a strip quilt?
Yeah, there's no pattern.
Well, no, I wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Because I think a set of, because I know you can buy them in, you know, strips.
Right.
In like
yeah, they're called
theme
jelly
pack.
rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yep.
a theme pack. So you could find a Christmassy print theme pack, probably somewhere.
Right, that's what that was.
Yeah, and so I just think that would be I could do that.
Yeah.
Strip quilts are pretty easy.
Yeah, that one, I put the angles in and did all the math. I was at a retreat to make, you know, the Christmas trees. And I don't know.
And then it's just a matter of how many Christmas tree blocks you need.
Right. And I offset them every other one up and down one strip.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that part.
Yeah. Just so it's not so straight and square.
Well, I've got the itch here. We'll get going once that school stuff is done. I just want to shift my life, if you will, to the things I truly enjoy. My knitting, just my crafting, my weaving, and definitely the quilting thing. Because let's face it, when my youngest sister retires, somebody's going to teach her to quilt. Because that's what she wants to do.
Okay.
And it's funny, this kid is not crafty to begin with. I mean, my sister is, she would love the beauty of quilting in the sense that there's a lot of math involved. Because that's the kind of person she is. But yeah, no, she doesn't sit and craft anything now. Nothing.
Okay.
I don't even know if she sews. I'm pretty sure she can do a straight seam, which is a good thing in quilting.
Yeah.
But
Right. Yeah, you have to do a 1/4-inch seam.
yeah. So yeah, so I'll have to. Somebody will have to teach her.
Yeah. Yep. So you'll have to do it.
So yeah.
So okay, number 2 finished is I have another one of these brioche cowls done. This one's for my granddaughter. They
Wow.
twist kind of, you know. I didn't block it yet, so maybe that's why. But the other one did the same thing. I think that's okay though. And
What's the other side look like?
oh, go ahead, flip it around. It's really cool yarn. Misty alpaca.
Oh,
for
that's
that
pretty too.
side.
I
and
like,
the-
depending upon what color coat you've got.
Yeah, and then the gold is cozy alpaca from Ella Ray.
Make the girl sneeze.
Yeah, eyes itch.
It's lovely stuff, but
Yeah.
that's not something I can knit for an extended period of time
No,
either.
and I could only do it with a mask on, and even still, my eyes got to me.
We were laughing about that. We found a use for masks in the long term.
Yep. This is another one of those hats, like I showed.
Oh goodness! Now
Clayton's.
when did you do this
is
one?
for Lucas.
That's for Lucas.
This, because he's seen Clayton's. I said, do you want a regular hat or one like this? He said, one like this. So that's what he's got. Now, he's the one I told you about that went nuts when I put a wool hat on him.
So you did this in acrylic?
Yeah, this is 100% acrylic. So I have mittens in progress at home to match, same as all those other mittens I've been doing. So those are the things I finished this week. I got a couple works in progress, but we can look at your finishes first.
I only have one.
Okay.
And this is my cowl. I gotta find the front. Because I don't like where the seam is. There it is. Okay. This is called Haywood. And it's by Laura Ayler. Now, when she did it, in her pattern, it's done in a set of gradients both ways. So it's 2 sets of gradients. And so you'd use your 2 sets and you'd pair your colors the way you like them best. You could do your lightest with your lightest, but you wouldn't have to. Me, I just wanted it 2 colors. And you know, it's funny. I don't know if this happens to you, but it's been really bad with me. I look at this and I don't see the pattern unless it's way far away. So like here, when I'm holding this up by the camera so you can see it, then I can see the pattern. Or when I take a picture of it, I can see the pattern. But when I look at it from the wrong angle, I see just a bunch of mishmash stitches.
I think that's because it's color work in garter.
Mosaic and garter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is mosaic.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, mosaic falls under the umbrella of color work because you are working with multiple colors. But this every other stitch kind of thing, or every couple of stitches, this is a lot easier to do than like an intarsia or stranded. And you know, if you wanted to try color work, I guess it's just, when you said that, this is like literally jumped into my head. This is, you're knitting with one color at a time on a row.
Right.
You know, and if you wanted to try something with color work and never done that, this kind of knitting would be a really, really good place to start. So in the library of finished objects for this pattern, I have seen some where there's the background color is the same all the way through. Like say somebody picked a neutral, like a gray or something, and then did a set of gradients. I've seen them, very few with the 2 colors like I did.
Oh, that's
And
surprising.
but I have seen also some very wild and crazy leftovers
Oh,
I mean, you
okay.
could do this in leftovers really
Oh, sure,
easily.
sure.
So it's a good leftover kind of project.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my finished object for the week.
Okay.
So
All right.
got
So-
way too much in progress.
I do too. I just have 2 I'm going to show today.
Okay, what you got?
Well, I started this hat yesterday.
Oh, I love that yarn.
Isn't this gorgeous? This is Malabrigo
Yeah, I thought so.
Arroyo in Vulcan.
Yes.
So it is
It is
beautiful
gorgeous.
color. I just have 11 rows ribbing there so far.
Yeah.
So I got to do 1 more row of
Show
ribbing.
show the ball.
Oh, the ball.
Yeah. So you can see all the variation in there. That is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
gorgeous. I love Malabrigo colors.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh, I should have took this out before. Sorry about the crackle.
Yeah, it's all right.
A little color work I was doing from the Strange Brew book. Remember I talking about, I'm going to probably use that for my color work sweater in January. So I just wanted to do something out of the book right away. And I did a color work hat. They have a hat pattern in there, and then you just pick any old color work chart and do it. And so I took a chart on page 25 and put it on there. Let me see.
Oh, that's
There,
pretty.
now you can see it better. Yeah. So now the color work's done. I'm just going to do solid blue all the way up the rest.
Oh, that'll be finished fast.
Yeah.
Who's that one for?
I don't know yet. I made a mistake.
Oh, no.
I forgot to switch my needle size after the ribbing. So it might be a little small.
Oh,
But I tried it on my head. It fits me.
okay, then go with it.
So I just can't give it to anybody with a lot of hair.
Okay.
And tell them to never wash it because it's real wool. No, it's not super
No
wool.
dryer.
Yeah, it's not super wash, so. You can't even wash that. If you'd wash that in sudsy water, even lukewarm, it would probably felt a little.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Good to know. Well,
Yep.
let's see.
So what do you have in progress?
I have 4 things in progress that I'm switching
Okay.
between. 2 of them are mystery knit-alongs, and
Okay.
so I didn't bring them because I just don't want to spoil the mystery for somebody
Sure.
else who's working on it. One of them is Laura Ayler has this. It's just for you, and I will say
Okay.
it's a cowl. She does this every year,
Right.
and it's a cowl. I think
Uh-huh.
it's an accessory. She says it's an accessory worn around the neck. And okay, fine, I'll call it a cowl. All right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that it is.
Okay.
Okay, it's flat right now.
Okay.
So, but
So it could turn out to be a poncho.
it won't be that big because
Okay.
it's 12 days worth of knitting. Okay.
Okay. That's just Roomba stuff.
Roomba's talking. Anyway, so it's 5 or 12 days worth of knitting. And I looked at the pattern because it comes at 7 o'clock every morning. And I looked at what I got to knit for today, and it's 12 rows. And right
Okay.
now there's like 60-some stitches on the needles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 12 rows, and you increase 1 stitch. It's triangular. And I know it calls for a button because she had that in the materials. So what this is going to look like in the end, it'll be done on December 24th.
Okay.
You'll get the final clue. So I don't know who it is, who's going to get it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Right now, it's got a lot of mosaic in it, very, 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 very similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm talking pattern,
Yeah.
mosaic pattern. But it's triangular, so what that's going to end up, I don't know.
Okay.
So that's going on, and then I am knitting. The Sarah Shara is a designer. Imagine Landscapes is her Ravelry group. She does these gnomes, and there's a mystery knit along for the gnome right now, and I am behind on yesterday, or no, actually it was Thursday's clue because it was stuffing the gnome. That's where I'm at, and I didn't stuff my gnome yet.
Okay.
Oh, it's just, that's what I mean. All of this stuff right now is piling on me. And I just want to just say, stop. I want to knit. I want to be left alone. Let me get my gnomes caught up. I'll feel better about life when my gnomes are not behind. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen probably till Tuesday after school. And that's
Okay.
bugging me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and then but I did bring 2.
Okay.
So,
What's the 2 you brought?
well, I did show my sweater sleeve last week.
Oh, yes.
So now I want to
was
show you the
gorgeous.
finished sweater sleeve.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Okay, I've got the front on a too small of a stitch holder right now. So here's
Okay.
the sleeve. And I cast on stitches. They'd be like right here. See this edge? Okay, that is the middle of the back. So these sleeves hang, and so my shoulder's probably somewhere around here. And this is all just part of the body because of the
Oh,
bat
okay.
wing sleeves.
So this is the shoulder?
This is the underarm.
Oh, that's the underarm.
Right here's the armpit. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
All right.
You're holding it that way.
So the way this is going to hang on you with the bat wing, with this big wide sleeve, it's kind of drapey.
Yeah.
So
That's turning out beautiful.
Yeah.
The way that fades into
yeah,
each
it's
other.
really, I'm loving it. So that is sleeve 1 or side 1, and then the back will get Kitchenered, and that's why, like right here, I got this big long tail of yarn attached.
Okay.
That's so I can Kitchener. Now, then I started, obviously, sleeve 2, and I'm
Okay.
just starting, and you can probably see it in this light here. Goes from like this black to a blue.
Okay.
And
Right.
so this end is really, really dark. But it just, yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
It's
goes
even
from-
hard to see on camera.
Yeah, it is. But it goes from black to blue. And then the next couple of colors are darker also. Like, one of their popular colors is Dames at Sea is in there. Street Art is in there. So a lot of leading men colors that I like are in the other side. So
Okay.
that's been kind of cool. So I'm not very far, obviously, with this sleeve, and that one's kind of been put on the back burner a little bit. Because, okay, some people are knitting this out of like an Advent kit that, you open your little surprise every day. I am not. I saw my colors because Leading Men doesn't do the whole Advent thing. It's a not Advent. The reason their kit works really well for this is you need 25 colors. And so what some people are doing who are knitting it with the open a color a day, they are knitting that color up for that day, and then all of the finishing will be done after Christmas because, you've got this wide band that gets added to the bottom, the ribbing, and you've got a neckband. So with all of that going on, it'll take quite a bit of knitting after Christmas, after
Right.
the Advent thing is done. So I'm not worrying about getting that done till, I don't know. If I want
Okay.
prizes in the knit along, it's February.
Oh, okay.
So-
That's plenty of time.
Yeah, this is I crunched it up, shoving it in this small project bag. I need some Christmas-themed bigger project bags. All right, let's move that a little bit. This is my new knit along, or new test knit. It's called Spice It Up by Lisa Ross, and it is a full skein, that's what the green is, and then a set of 5 minis. And so this is a Sweet Georgia, a set of party of 5, and a set and a skein of one skein of Sweet Georgia I happen to have. I bought this one. This is souvenir yarn. You know how you go places and you buy stuff?
Yep.
This was bought in Michigan last year when I was in Grand Rapids for my niece's wedding.
Oh, okay.
So these are 3 of the colors of the party of 5. The brown that I started with, now I've got this creamy colored on. And then the next 3 colors are all grays.
Okay.
So what this is that you've got 2 narrow sides, a right and a left. And then they'll get attached with a triangle, section 3, or C, at the top. So you're going to put these 2 side by side on the needle and then knit across them in the last colors.
So it's like a split?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And one of the pictures she's got it on, she's wearing it with the largest dark triangle, the other point when these 2 are put side by side, so they look like this. Okay, so the tip of that triangle is down in front, then the sides crisscross and back, and it's just lays gorgeous.
Oh,
And
okay.
so she did this ebook set of 3 shawls. And this is the third one I'm testing in the series. And
Okay.
it was so I am loving this. This is total no-brain knit. I mean, these rows of garter are a piece of cake. And then, unfortunately, you can see this stitch in here.
Right,
But
right.
it's too dark.
Okay.
I don't know. I think you'll see it fine when I do it because that's actually where I'm at right now, is to do this. I don't know if you can see the texture in there or not. It's just,
I think even on the dark part, you
Even-
can still see there's texture.
yeah,
Even
it's
if you
just
don't
this
see
pretty,
the
pretty stitch.
definition.
It's this really pretty stitch, and it'll show up in the lighter colors just
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm loving this one. I think
Cool.
of this whole series with this in this ebook that she put together. This one's my favorite.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's what I'm working on. So last night I got,
Nice.
another section of this done. I mean, I can do like one of these sections a night.
Okay.
And if I would really focus a little bit, I could probably get more than that done. But,
Yeah.
I'm not focused right now. Too many things on my mind
Yeah.
otherwise. So let's get through the holidays and get all my yarn tangles in there.
Yep.
So that's what I'm working on.
Cool.
I've
Very
been pretty
nice.
busy.
Yeah, yeah. I have one item of business. 2 weeks ago, we had this bag from Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. And we said we'd give a winner if people would tell us about their Advent or not Advent. And I pulled the winner today with a random number generator. It was Nancy Morales. She said, "Enjoy watching you ladies. I'm adding 1 to 2 rows to my granny stripe blanket every day of Advent. I'm also knitting a Christmas pair of socks. Thank you, La Jolla girl."
Well, cool.
So I'm guessing this is going to go to California then.
That's where the only La Jolla I know is.
Yeah.
All right.
So Nancy, if you would email me your mailing address where you want this shipped to info@magpiescottage.com. info@magpiescottage.com.
That's a cool idea. So I've just got this great idea. Okay, Advent kits themselves are really expensive. I think they're, grossly overpriced. But that doesn't mean I wasn't a sucker to buy 1 or 2 this year.
Yeah.
But that being said, you can make your own.
Sure.
And I think it would be fun to make up an Advent kit of your leftovers. There would have to be some kind of expectations or, so that you knew what you were getting. For example, I would want to make sure that everything was superwash. Or
Oh, yeah, yeah.
in that sense.
Like when I make a granny stripe blanket, it's always all sock yarn.
Yeah, yeah.
So the mostly 75-25, sometimes 80-20.
Right, that. Make sure that then it's got a similar twist. In other words, don't throw in single plies with 4 plies or, twisted yarn. But you could do that and
Sure.
then swap kits. Like do it with a group of friends.
Oh,
a
sure.
group of friends, all your leftovers, make up this kit and swap it with somebody so that they're opening their little packages and then doing something simple like a granny stripe or a Afghan. Helen Stewart's Habitation Throw would be a good one for that because that was intended for Advent.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people I've seen making that for
there's
their
tons of
Advent kits.
tons and tons of patterns out there
Sure.
for Advent kits. But
Yeah.
what we could do is create a swap. I'll have to work on that. I got 300 and some odd days to figure it out.
Yeah, maybe do it early though. Do it
Yeah.
in July or
Like,
September
well, I
or
think I
something.
have to have commitments from people. Like, if they wanted to do that, have commitments, so that you knew you were going to put it together, and then, I'd have a blast with this. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and you could just do the little 10-gram minis because, then people have more leftovers. people don't always have 20 grams left over, but 10.
Well, I would like enough in those minis to do something, like a blanket or.
Well, if you have 24 tens, that's 240 grams.
Okay.
That's decent size.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you could take those and you could make a magic cake out of them. You could marl it.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, there's so many possibilities.
So much you could do. And maybe even each person would give you it in Ziploc baggies, like with 5 or 10.
Oh, but I would
so
do
you
it
could
secret.
Swap it. Yeah, but
I would do it
somebody
secret.
should swap it. You don't want to give somebody your whole kit, would you?
Yeah.
Or you'd want to mix them.
Yeah, no, I would give.
Oh,
I
you'd
would.
give somebody
I
your
would
whole kit.
create an Advent kit out of my leftovers
To give to someone else.
and give it to someone else, so
Okay.
that they don't know what they're getting. Part of the fun of these Advent kits is to not know what's in that bag of yarn.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
All right, well, start saving your scraps.
Make them into 10-gram little balls.
Yeah. And we'll give you details, probably July or so.
Well, we'll have to remember.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just think that'd be so much fun.
Well, there are so many people planning things for Christmas in July because Christmas was not normal this year. So I'm sure we'll remember. Like I know my Mahjong group is getting together for Christmas in July, and I've heard a lot of people in the shop talking about different Christmas parties for Christmas in July. So we'll remember.
Okay.
So, but
At
yep,
any rate.
yep. But Nancy, send me your info, and it probably won't get mailed out till after the holidays. Just so you know, we're closed. Reminder, people, we're closed from Christmas to New Year's here. Every year I take that week off. So.
And she's way too busy to work, apparently.
Yeah. This year I made a lot of plans.
Good. You should
Yep.
do that.
Yeah.
One of the hardest
So.
things about running your own business is being able to not run your business so you can have a life. That's a challenge. And if you've always worked for someone and never been in that situation, you don't really understand how life-sucking it can be.
Oh, I know. Like when I was younger, my dad owned his own restaurant. Oh, that is real. Because that's 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And most holidays you're working. And
Yep.
Yeah, that was really life-sucking.
Well, and with Ron's business too. I mean, there are times in the year we don't take off
in the summer.
in the summer. We don't take off at the beginning of a month. If we're going to go anywhere, it's the end of a month. Now, the good news is that the school calendar that I live under almost always has their days off at the end of the month. So it works out well that way. But,
Good.
that's a challenging situation to be in. And unless you've lived it, you don't really understand it. And so, yeah.
Yeah, so I take off. I close always the week between the holidays. And then sometimes I might, depending where 4th of July falls, I might make a long weekend of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if 4th of July was on a Friday, I probably would be closed Friday and Saturday.
Probably.
So, yeah.
Well, at any rate, this is our last podcast of this year.
Well, I was going to ask you, we're not going to be here, but we are going to see each other on the 26th. If we want a podcast, we could.
Okay.
We already will have given away most of our Christmas knitting, though. Maybe. If we do, it's a mystery bonus.
Yes, we'll see.
Yeah.
If we don't, have a wonderful holiday.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, everybody have a Merry Christmas.
We want to be done with 2020.
Yes.
It's been a challenging year in many, many ways.
Yeah.
And I guess, I was thinking about this as I was driving out here this morning. I really hated this year. And there are challenges yet coming up between now and the holidays being done as far as 2020 is concerned for me. I don't know how a person gets through crappy years like this without people like you it's important. So what I'm saying is, give everybody a hug that you can.
Yeah.
Put your mask on first.
Yeah.
All right? But reach out and be human and be kind to each other, because I think if this pandemic has taught us anything, it's how important the people in our lives are.
Mm-hmm.
So, Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.